International Day of Art of Giving. 10 years ago, on May 17, 2013, Art of Giving was founded by Dr. Achyutananda Samanta, founder, Art of Giving, Kit and Kiss, and MP, Lok Sabha. Art of Giving is all about creating an unconditional and sustainable abundance of love, peace, and happiness for others through gestures of kindness and generosity. With the theme Helping the Help this year, we are celebrating it in a grand way by trying to multiply the good in the society and create more happiness, especially for people who are helping us every single day.
With this, may I kindly request our esteemed guests for the evening, Shri R. Balakrishnan, IAS, Chief Advisor to the Chief Minister Odisha, Baba Ram Narayan Das Maharaj, President Sri Ram Temple, and Sri Vishnupada Shetty, IAS Principal Secretary, to kindly light the auspicious lamp.
Thank you very much. Now we present before you the theme song of Art of Giving.
सूरज न मांगे कुछ भी किरणों के बदले में, फूल न चाहे कुछ भी महकों के बदले में, ना कोई स्वार्थ होता है देने वालों के करीब, उनके दिलों की धड़कन है सुई नबी, उनके कर्मों को कहते हैं आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग, आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग। सूरज न मांगे कुछ भी किरणों के बदले में, फूल न चाहे कुछ भी महकों के बदले में, अच्युत समंत कसमों के धागे बांध लिए हाथों में, देवदूत बनकर वो निकले समाज के हित में। अच्युत समंत कसमों के धागे बांध लिए हाथों में, देवदूत बनकर वो निकले समाज के हित में। ऊंच नीच से परे है जो भेदभाव से परे, उनके दिलों की धड़कन है सुई नबी, उनके कर्मों को कहते हैं आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग, आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग।
That was indeed an enlightening and soulful song. Moving ahead to the video presentation, Art of Giving Over the Years.
The year 2013, May 17th, an idea of giving is launched. It's a man's vision of changing the world. Professor Achyuta Samanta got an epiphany and Art of Giving was born. From his pain, passion and hope. Pain from deprivation, realization of transformative power of giving. A few hundred people joined the cause and witnessed the impact. Year 2014, May 17th, people unite for the first time and celebrate what we know today as the International Day of Art of Giving. The campaign of giving starts from a few hundred to a few thousand people. Year after year, the campaign amplifies. It becomes a movement. In 2015, the International Day of Art of Giving was celebrated on the theme Compassions, the Garment Bag. It is an ongoing initiative to collect the unused, old and obsolete clothing from the households and make it available for the poor free of cost after reprocessing. In 2016, the Art of Giving celebrations spread across a few countries. The theme was Connecting with the World and Self. Year 2017, Cyclothon is launched. 100 cities in India participate. Globally, it reaches 80 locations. Movement gains momentum and it takes a massive jump in 2018. Over 10 million people joined the AOG celebrations based on the theme Pyar Bhara Bag. 10 million people, 6 continents, 80 countries unite to distribute over 20 million meals from 20,000 centers in 29 states. 10.2 million meals distributed across the globe, all by people's contribution, people's participation. An unachievable feat was achieved. Year 2019, Bag of Happiness, Khushiyon Ki Delivery. 6 continents, 120 countries unite. 20 million people joined the campaign. 20 million bags of happiness distributed from 200,000 centers established from 29 states and UTIs. The year next, pandemic dawned upon us. Chaos rose, disasters rose, but art of giving rose higher. Year 2020, AOG fights Corona. 29 states and union territories, 5 million. Ration and essentials, 5 million. Ready meals, 1 million. Face masks and sanitizers, 10 million. People reached. Countless medical interventions. 30,000 KISS Foundation students got 24 months of free ration and essentials. Study material, online classes, traditional virtual medium classes. Year 2021. My mother, my hero. Gratitude letters to mothers. 100 million people reached. 10 million letters written. 2 million posts. On 2022, the fan and followers of AOG celebrated the International Day of AOG on the theme Hope, Happiness and Harmony. Year 2023. The AOG movement has been running for a decade from now, since its launch on May 17, 2013. This year, we aim to focus on those who serve us every day, the unsung heroes who often go unnoticed. Our aim is to help them any way we can and bring smile to their faces. With a community with over 20 million followers and 1.5 million members, our family has grown exponentially. Our conveners are from over 300 locations in 120 countries across the globe. All states in India and all panchayats and blocks of Odisha work throughout the year for spreading the message of art of giving and volunteerism. Join the movement. Make AOG a philosophy of life and life a festival of kindness.
Thank you. It is often said Action speaks louder than words. And after watching this video, I'm sure that you all must agree with me. So let's have a look on the highlights of Art of Giving 2023.
With this, may I please request our esteemed guests, Shri R. Balkrishnan, IAS, Advisor to the Chief Minister, Odisha, Baba Ram Narayan Das Maharaj, President, Shri Ram Temple, Bhubaneswar, Shri Vishnupada Shetty, IAS, Principal Secretary, Higher Education, Government of Odisha, along with Dr. Achyuta Samanta Sir, Founder, Art of Giving, Kit and Kiss, and Member of Parliament, Lok Sabha, to kindly take their seats upon the dais. We welcome our guests by giving them flower bouquets. I request Honorable Founder Sir to kindly welcome our guests.
Now, may I request Dr. Achyutananda Samant Sir, Founder, Art of Giving, Kit and Kiss, and MP, Lok Sabha, to present the welcome address. Sir, please.
समस्त को मोर बहुत बहुत नमस्कार प्रणाम एवं शुभ संध्या। आज आम एठारे एक महत काम पाई समस्ते एकाठी होइछे। तेणु महत कामटी हूँ जे आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग 10th ईयर सेलिब्रेशन। ये अवसर आम मान गहण में मंचासीन होती आमर परम पूज्य बाबा रामनारायण दास महाराज जी। आम मान गहण में माननीय मुख्य अतिथि हिसाब से अच्छा आपण मानकर समस्तंकर अति जनाशुना अति प्रिय सम्मानस्पद आर बालकृष्ण जी IAS, चीफ एडवाइजर टू ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ ओडिशा। सेपरी आम मान गहण में अच्छा अन्यतम अतिथि हिसाब से सम्मानस्पद श्री विष्णुपद सेठी IAS महोदय, प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी हायर एजुकेशन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ ओडिशा, एवं मो सम्मुखरे बसी समस्त सम्मानस्पद सुधीवृंद, आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग को भल पाउथिबा सम्मानस्पद निमंत्रित अतिथि माने, अन्य समस्त सम्मानस्पद विभिन्न वर्गरु आसीथिबा मान्यगण्य व्यक्ति माने समस्त को मोर जुहार एवं नमस्कार। आम मान गहण में मध्य मंचासीन अच्छा ना पर नवा जाओ। आज आम एठारे आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग 10th ईयर सेलिब्रेशन पई एकाठी होइछे। गत वर्ष मध्य आम एठी एकाठी होइतिले। महामहिम राज्यपाल मुख्य अतिथि हिसाब से थिले। एथरक आम दी जण भल लोक को ब्यूरोक्राट को अतिथि हिसाब से पाइचु एवं ता छड़ा आमर सबुठु भल आध्यात्मिक गुरु स्पिरिचुअल लीडर बाबा रामनारायण दास महाराज को पाइचु। तांको स्वागत करने पूर्वर आपण मानक सम्मुख में रखा चाहे जे आपण माने समस्ते जो मैंने बसी समस्ते ये जो आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग विषय रे बहुत भल भाव अवगत अच्छा। तापर ए 2-3टा वीडियो आपण माने समस्ते देखिले, समस्ते जानी। तेणु जहाँ मु प्रतिष्ठाता हिसाब से खुशी जे आमे गोटे छोटिया प्रयास 2013 मसीह यही दिन 17 मे रे हठात इट अकर टू माई माइंड, मो मन को आसला। आई वाज इन बैंगलोर थी। मुझे देखिली मोर एंटायर जीवन शैलीटा पिला बेलू आज भगवान जोटी पहुँचती इट इज ओनली बिकज ऑफ आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग। तापर मु बहुत लोक सहित कंसल्ट कली एवं आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग को सही दिन गोटे सेप दियाला 2013 17 मे, जोटा गोटे छोटिया प्रयास गोटे थॉट प्रोसेस आरंभ करी सेटा बर्तमान गोटे विराट बड़ द्रुम आकार गोटे मूवमेंट होकरी सारा विश्व रे देश रे राज्य रे गली कंदी रे लोकों द्वारा आदृत हो पारी। याठू आ बड़ जिनस मो भाग्य किसी ना कहीं प्रकृत में मुझे एक्जागरेसन करी कहूनी जो डाटा गुड़ा आप देखिले मु दोहराइବାକୁ चाहूनी प्रकृतरे ताठू बेसी जगार आहरी आमर फैन फॉलोअर माने एको पालन करछंती। प्रति वर्ष गोटे थीम आमे डिक्लेयर करू मासे आगु जे यही थीम रे आपने देखिले से 9 वर्ष देखिले ये 10 वर्ष एवं सेटा को आमे आमर वेल विशर फैन फॉलोअर समस्त को दे दो एवं सेमाने ताकू से अनुसार विभिन्न देश रे विभिन्न प्रदेश रे ताकू पालन करती। तेणु मत बहुत खुशी लगुच जे जो थॉट प्रोसेस आरंभ करूँ सेटा गोटे विराट बड़ द्रुम रे पहुँची पारिछि एवं आमे समस्ते जानिछु ए वर्ष मध्य गोटे थॉट माने थीम रखतलु हेल्पिंग दी हेल्प, मददगार को मदद करो, साहाय्यकारी को साहाय्य। आम मन को 365 जो माने साहाय्य करूचंती सेवा करूचंती ता माने नो जे आम अलग दिन रे तांको किछि करूनु से कथा नहीं। वर्ष रे गोटे दिन ता मुहरे मध्य हस फुटेबा आनंद दबा किछि दबा तार दुख सुख रे साथी हवा से हेल्पिंग दी हेल्प रो मीनिंग आम या रखीलु कहीं आम समस्ते जाचु दबारे जो आनंद थाए से आनंद कौथिरे न थाए। जदि आपण बाल्यकाल धरिवे छोटियारू ये पर्यंत गोटे छोटिया छुआ जन्म है परे जिते ता माँ ताकू क्षीर दौची सी छुआ जी आनंद पाउची ता माँ तार 10 गुण आनंद पाउची। माँ ताकू क्षीर देकी ता 10 गुण आनंद पाउची। जड़े स्त्री लोक ये बहुत महिला माने अच्छी गोटे स्त्री लोक जिते घरे रोषेई करुच्ची 5 जन को बाड़ी दौची सी जो आनंद पाउची कहले न सरे। सी किसी नुह से तार कर्तव्य किंतु से आनंद पाउची देख मु रोषेई कली बाड़ीली समस्ते केमती खाइले माने आनंद सहित एमती छोटिया जिनस हो कि जेकोसी जिनस हो आम समस्ते सदाबले कर आसुचु। ये जो आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग जोटे नुआ नुह जुगे जुगे रही ताकू कहले समय नहीं बहुत अल्प समय जुगे जुगे रही सबू धर्म रे रही सबू वर्ग रे रही सबू जाति रे रही। इवन जदि देखिए ओडिशार पखाल सेटा भी गोटे आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग माने सृष्टि होती केमती मुझे समय नहीं कि तापर कह चाहूनी। तेणु यहाँ गोटे किसी नुआ कथा नुह नुआ कथा एया जे थॉट प्रोसेसटा को मु एस्टाब्लिश करि पारिछि लोक मान भितर सारा विश्व रे सारा देश रे एवं सेटा जन्म नहीं ओडिशा रे। आज आपण मान को लागुथबो गाँ कनिया सिंगार नाकी आफ्टर 10 years you all will feel proud अरे दिस इज द थॉट प्रोसेस आई हैव बीन एसोसिएटेड। घर का मुर्गी डाल बराबर बर्तन लागुथबो किंतु आफ्टर 5 years 10 years यही वर्ष तो कौन करिसेंती मु समस्त को ना नहीं पारुनी समस्त को धन्यवाद कृतज्ञता जनाऊँगी। मोर 15,000 स्टाफ प्रति स्टाफ करिसेंती किस्र 1000 आलुमनी जो मैंने बड़ बड़ चाकरी करचंती से मैंने ओडिशार 1000 जगह करचंती किस आलुमनी 15,000 स्टाफ करचंती किट्र आलुमनी स्टूडेंट 5,000 जगह सारा विश्व रे करचंती। मते एते खुशी लागुची आमर आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग हो पारिछि टोरंटो यूनिवर्सिटी कनाडा स्टानफोर्ड हार्वर्ड किंग्स कॉलेज एमती विश्व रे प्रसिद्ध प्रसिद्ध यूनिवर्सिटी जोटी आमर आलुमनी माने वर्तमान अछंती से माने ए आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग को करिसेंती। तेणु आमे आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग उपरे आम समस्त को आमर एटा गोटे किट्र बहुत किट किसरा आउटरीच वर्क अच्छी आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग गोटे जन्म नहीं सेमती गोटे आउटरीच वर्क हिसाब से ताको कंप्लीट सेव 10 वर्ष भितर दे सारूनी घरे घरे परिचित हो गलानी। आमर किट किसर सब उपसभापति महोदय बसचंती संपादक बसचंती वीसी बसचंती एमती बहुत किसी बसचंती एवं डॉक्टर शशांक चूड़ामणि महोदय बसचंती एवं आपण माने समस्ते एटी दिलीप हालीटू आरंभ कर पदस पट्टनायक मानस बाबू एमती बहुत बुद्धिजीवी माने आपण माने समस्ते शुभेच्छु एठी एठारे आपण माने बसिचंती आपण मानकु प्रथमे हम स्वागत करूची। तापर आपण माने समस्ते जानिचंती आल बालकृष्णन महोदय आईएएस जे कि जने बहुत भल वरिष्ठ ब्यूरोक्राट ता सांगे तांकर क्वालिटी हला से जने ऑथर से जने रिसर्चर से जने पोएट एवं से बहुत बही लिखिंट तमिल बहुत रिसर्च करचंती माने कहले न सरे। तेणु ता छड़ा से जने भल हृदयर लोक आर बालकृष्ण कौन सी लोक ता पाकू गले से ताकू शुणती एवं जेते प्रकार मध्य साहाय्य करी ताकू सॉल्व करती से मध्य जड़े आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग रा परम पूजक कहले अत्युक्ति हम नहीं। तेणु तांको आज आम पाई स्वागत करुचु एवं धन्यवाद दूचु सर आप किसी व्यस्तता समय भितर काढ़ी आसीपारे एक नुआ कॉन्सेप्ट आपण जानीपारे। तेणु आपन को बहुत बहुत स्वागत करने सहित धन्यवाद दूची। सेहीपरि आमर जड़े विष्णुपद सेठी आईएएस महोदय से मध्य जड़े ब्यूरोक्राट से मध्य जड़े भल लेखक एवं पोएट इंग्लिश रे बहुत लिखिछंती एवं तांकर भल गुण है पिला बेलू से गरीब अवस्था संघर्ष करी बड़ हो आईएएस पदवी पहुँची ता सांगे जेकोसी काम तांको नजर को आसे से बहुत भल भाव में साहाय्य करती एवं सॉल्व करती। आज विष्णुपद सेठी महोदय को मध्य मु आम परिवार तरफ स्वागत करुच्ची एवं धन्यवाद दूची। आपण भी किसी व्यस्तता समय भितर देइछंती आमको उत्साहित करिसेंती बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आमर परम पूज्य बाबा रमण दास महाराज से आमर परिवार जड़े सदस्य कहले अत्युक्ति हेबनी। एवं देखंतु जड़े बाबा 10 वर्ष बयस संसार त्याग कले घर छाड़िले परिवार कले फलाहारी बाबांगर शिष्यत्व ग्रहण कले एवं से होचंती जड़े विशिष्ट हनुमान साधक विशिष्ट 365 दिन केवल लोकों को खुशी करथांती आनंद करथांती। तांकर स्पिरिचुअलिज्म बा से जो प्रवचन दौरान प्रत्येक दिन प्रति मुहूर्त लोकों को आनंद बांटुचंती शांति बांटुचंती शांतिर पथ से देखौचंती। से बाबा आमर परम पूज्य बाबा रमण दास महाराज प्राय प्रति वर्ष से अतिथि हिसाब से आमको आसता आशीर्वाद करने ताकू मु चरण स्पर्श कृतज्ञता सहित आपन को स्वागत करुच्ची एवं एठारे उपस्थित समस्त को स्वागत करुच्ची। एवं आपने देखिथिबे ए वर्ष आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग दिन गोटे स्वर्ग रथ आम्बुलांस उद्घाटित करचंदी कलिंग युवसेना आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग मारिकरी तांको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दूची जे से आज दिन में कारण एंटायर जी जो आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग करुचंती ये गोटे महत्व काम बड़ कामटा आज कर गोटे एडे बड़ स्वर्ग रथ विराट बड़ आम्बुलांस माने गरीब लोकों दान कर से कलिंग युवसेना तांकर जो माने अच्छी समस्त को मु धन्यवाद दूची। तापरे मु आउ थे स्वागत करुच्ची कृतज्ञता जनाऊँगी जे जो माने एठी आज एओजी हीरो ता नाम में देचु एओजी हीरो आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग हीरो से मु स्वागत करुच्ची एवं धन्यवाद दूची जे आपण माने समस्ते आमर जो स्टाफ मान द्वारा गोटे सिलेक्शन कमिटी अच्छी से माने आपण मानकु सिलेक्ट करचंती। मो नजर भी आज्ञा नथिला जमारू शेष दिन मु जानिली जे हाँ एमानकु सिलेक्ट कराइची। तेणु जहा जने 1 रुपी डॉक्टर हिसाब रे भरे ख्याति अर्जन करचंती 1 रुपी डॉक्टर। तेणु डॉक्टर शंकर रामचंदानी आपण को स्वागत करुच्ची धन्यवाद दूची। श्रीमती आभाराणी चौधरी महोदय सेक्रेटरी ओडिशा पतिता उद्धार समिति आपण को मध्य स्वागत करुच्ची। मिस रंजिता रथ मल्टीपर्पज हेल्थ सुपरवाइजर आपण को मध्य स्वागत करुच्ची। आमर आशा कर्मी माननीय शैल बत्ती प्रधान तेणु आपण को मध्य स्वागत करुच्ची। एवं आमर अच्छी समाजपद अमरेश महंत आम्बुलांस ड्राइवर एवं आउ जड़े अच्छा सम्मानस्पद फिरोज अहमद ट्रैफिक पुलिस कहीं आपण मन को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आपण मैंने को एओजी हीरो हिसाब से आम नामित करूँ। आपण मैंने आपण फील्ड रे बहुत सेवा जोगे आसुँच भल कम कर आमर स्टाफ मान द्वारा गोटे कमिटी गठन होता मुझे कही कौ मैंने भल कम कर 5-6 जन को एओजी हीरो हिसाब से सम्मानित करूँ। आपण को किसी राशि प्रदान करा जाउची माने आज प्राइज मनी आपण ताकू निज काम रे लगेबे। ता छड़ा आपण मैंने जिते चाहिए किट्र द्वारा आपण मान उन्मुक्त कारण आम यही काम करुचु आज जे लोक जदियो किट किस बहुत बड़ संस्था समस्त आप जानते बहुत बड़ संस्था भगवान का आशीर्वाद हो पार्टी सारा विश्व रे लोक परिचय सृष्टि कर पार्टी किट किस बहुत बड़ संस्था। एवं मु कहूली आपण मान भर कार धारणा नथिबो कि नहीं आज्ञा जे किट किस इज ए फैमिली ऑफ 1 लाख पीपुल। किस रे 40,000 पिला किट रे 40,000 पिला 15,000 परमानेंट एम्प्लॉय 5,000 टेम्परेरी एम्प्लॉय इट इज ए फैमिली ऑफ 1 लाख आर बालकृष्ण सार तो जानी नथिबे जदिओ ये जे टॉप मोस्ट माने ब्यूरोक्राट तथापि से जानी नथिबे फैक्ट जे किट इज ए इन फैमिली ऑफ 1 लाख पीपल 80,000 स्टूडेंट 20,000 स्टाफ ता छड़ा आपणकर नालको छक ये जो चंद्रशेखरपुर पाखुर जदि नंदनकानन पर्यंत देखिए जो सहर सेटा मध्य किट किस लेड ग्रोथ कहते मोर समस्ते इकोनिस्ट माने कहती इट इज ए किट किस लेड ग्रोथ किट किस कारण आम जो 94-95 रे 94 एंट्री करूँ गोटे से केबिन भी नाला से रास्ता रे आज से रास्ता से सहर पॉश एरिया हो जाए एंटायर भुवनेश्वर पॉश एरिया हूँ नॉर्थ भुवनेश्वर सारा विश्वर लोक से आसुचंती एवं हाईएस्ट ट्रैफिक थिकली पॉपुलेटेड एरिया हूँ नॉर्थ भुवनेश्वर तेणु ये हूँ किट किस अवदान बहुत किसी भगवान दार अवदान अच्छी से किट किस सदा बेले समाज सहित जोड़ी रही था आम से कहू इट इज ए यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ ह्यूमैनिटी एंड कंपैशन तेणु आम सदा बेले आमर समाज लोकों से आज किट किस सारा विश्व में विरल हो पारी खाली एमती नुहे जे सारा विश्व में विरल हो पारी समस्ते भल पाँच ये कर ये तेणु जहाँ हो आम विभिन्न प्रकार आउटरीच काम आम 10टा आउटरीच काम अच्छी से एओजीटा सबुठ पपुलार एवं दाना बांधि नहीं घरे घरे वर्तमान परिचित होती आपण मैंने देखिए 5 वर्ष पर एओजी जाकि कौटी आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग जाकि कौटी पहुँची प्रभु जगन्नाथ आशीर्वाद रू आपण मैंने से दिन प्राउड फील करेंगे आज भी करुँच संदेह नहीं से दिन भी प्राउड फील करेंगे जे गोटे छोटिया थॉट प्रोसेसटा को आम फ्लोट करूँ सेटा आज सारा विश्व में दाना बांधी 120 देश में सतरे आमर आलमुनी स्टूडेंट फैन फॉलोअर एवं 20 मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट 20 देश आसते यूथ 20 समस्त को मुझे चिट्ठी देली यू आर डिक्लेयर्ड एज ए गुडविल एम्बेसडर ऑफ एओजी इन योर कंट्री फ्रॉम माय साइड समस्ते एक्सेप्ट कले से मेसेज गुड़ा भी पढ़ाई रखिदेली 2-3 जनकर समय घोर हवा पढ़ा उचित नुह जाऊ से समस्ते मुझे आपण देश में आपण मोर गुडविल एम्बेसडर कहीं आपने समस्ते जानते थरे जी आसी ये बुलिकी गला से अच्युत सामंत प्रेम पड़ा सी आउ केबे छाड़ी जाती ना से आम ये धन अर्जन करूँ किंतु लोक अर्जन करूँ कहीं धन पर लोक निजर जेते पार्छ लोक धर मनीष धर माने तेणु मनीष को जी जेते धरी पार से आनंद पाइब मोर आज शेष को कनक्लूजन करिया कथा जी जो बस आपण मैंने जिते मनीष को धरी पारे ना सेते जीवन आनंद पाइबे ताको ही नहीं कि ऊपर को जीवे धन नहीं कि ऊपर को जाइपारे जमा ताको ही नहीं कि ऊपर को जीवे तेणु जाऊ आउ थे आपण मैंने समस्त को बहुत बहुत मु जुहार होची विशेषतः मो किट्र स्टाफ मानक स्टूडेंट मानक धन्यवाद देवी किस्र किम्सर समस्त संस्थार से मैंने स्वतःप्रत आउ गोटे कथा सार जान थे आपण एथि किट पैसा खर्च करेनी लोक मैंने दियंती लोक मैंने नियंती माने जेते इवेंट होची वी नीड नॉट स्पेंड ए सिंगल पाए मु किट तरफ कि औषध समूह तरफ पैसा खर्च करा जानी लोक दियंती लोक नियंती आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग रे एटा होची विशेषत्व आमे 5 पैसा खर्च करूना प्रैक्टिकली रादर गेन करू आमे बहुत गेन करू एठी लोक दियंती लोक नियंती लोक माने रेज करती फंड्स लोक कि बड़ बड़ आकार करछंती चंडीगढ़ रे गोटे इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट अच्छी कि बड़ आकार करची केपीआर ग्रुप शुणी थे कोयम्बाटूर कि बड़ बड़ आकार से सब करिसंती तेणु एठी ये गोटे एते भल प्रोसेस एठी 5 पैसा किट खर्च करेनि कि आमे करूना लोक दियंती एवं लोक तार पाती तेणु आमर जे 15,000 स्टाफ अच्छा विश्व पागल है कि सबू स्टाफ किए 1000 दो कि 5,000 भी दो सबू स्टाफ पॉकेट रू पैसा देकरी ओडिशार गली कंदी से माने करछंती एंटायर 15,000 स्टाफ ता संगे स्टूडेंट माने जी अच्छंती समस्ते तेणु समस्त को मु बहुत बहुत माने कृतज्ञता जनइबिनी धन्यवाद देवी जे आपण माने मते भल पाइछंती ए जो थॉट प्रोसेस आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग टाको आपण माने प्रमाण करिकी देखैछंती धन्यवाद नमस्कार।
Thank you, sir. May I please request Baba Ram Narayan Das Maharaj Ji, President, Sri Ram Temple, Bhubaneswar, to kindly address the august gathering with his Ashirvachan.
हरि ओम तत्सत् ओम अस्मिन् सकलकल्याणं भागं यत्तदायते पुरुषं तमजं नित्यं व्रजामि शरणं हरिः गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुदेव महेश्वर गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु में श्री हनुमान जी महाराज और जगन्नाथ महाप्रभु को साष्टांग दंडवत। आज शुभ संध्या अधिकारी और श्री विष्णु जो भगवान ये सृष्टि को तैयारी कले समस्त हृदय में किसी देवार भाव अच्छी जो सामंत बाबूर ये प्रयास आम भितर गोटे उज्जीवित मन पकेवा है प्रधान आम समस्त हृदय में अच्छी देवा साहाय्य करवा आनंद देवा सृष्टि समस्त एवं हर जीवन पाखे भी अच्छी पशु पक्षी मान पाखे भी अच्छी किंतु मनुष्य ता भीतर श्रेष्ठ क्या हसेवा हो क्या देवा हुई कौन प्रकार भी आप साहाय्य करें दूसरा को जमती आम ट्रेन रे जाऊे आम गोटे सीट रिजर्व करचे गोटे माँ गोटे छुआ की धरी या वृद्ध जड़े अच्छा आम विवेक डाक आम टी आडजस्ट कर किसी जगह देदेवा देखिले से भी सी खुशी हेले ये धर्म भी है आ विशेषकर समस्त हृदय अच्छी मो पूर्वर एक सभारे शुणी आम उमापद बोस जी कहते जमी पखाड़ विषय रे प्रत्येक घर आम रोषे हुए किसी अन्न भी रखा जाए थाए किए अतिथि अभ्यागत आसीगले आमको देवाक हो भोजन तेणु घरे समस्ते माँ मैंने किसी किसी रखि था काले केतबेले किए आसीजिवो एटा आम समस्त हृदय अच्छी। श्री सन्त तुलसीदास जी महाराज भी कहते आग पिछले कथार भी कही फिर आम भितर गोटे भावना सृष्टि होगापी कहूँ जे सो धन धन्य प्रथम गति जाकि हुई पांडे जी जानते विषय सन्त तुलसी धनर 3 गति हुए सो धन धन्य प्रथम गति जाकि जा प्रथम गति हूँ अन्यर सेवार लगे कौन सी प्रकार सेवा आ द्वितीय गति हूँ निजे भोग करवा तृतीय गति हूँ ना कार सेवार आसो ना निजे भोग करा नष्ट है तेणु धन अर्थ हूँ जमती के नाट्यकार नृत्य करेंगे आम मन भारी खुशी लगे कलाकार माने विभिन्न प्रकार हसैवा कथा कहते सी भी दान साधु संत माने भगवत कथा कहीकि आम भितर आत्मकल्याण पे जागृति करुचन ये संसार मिथ्या आम परमात्मा को जीवा पड़ो ये संसार किसी जमती एवं कहते श्री सामंत जी महोदय जे ये धन सब ये रहिबो आमर खाली काम उपर को जीव छोटिया कथा गोटे कहूँ प्रवचन गोटू शुणिकी जड़े विराट धनाढ़ व्यक्ति कहले समस्ते कहते धन जीवनी ये सब रहिबो मु चाहूँगी केमिति मोर जमी आम बैंक रखिले धन 5 गुण हो जाऊँगी आउ धन से भी नहीं पारुनी मु चाहूँगी जे केमिति ये धन मृत्यु समय धरिकी जीव सांगरे तो कहीं भी कही पारे धन तो जीवन निश्चित भाव आउ फिर 3 गुण 5 गुण केमती हम जड़े महात्मा थे मु आपण धन को 5 गुण करी एवं सी आपण सांगे जीव केमिति ना जेते धन अच्छी सब गरीब लोक बांट धर्मार्थ खर्च कर कीर्तन कर पियाऊरे पानी दियो पशु पक्षी मन खाद्य दियो गछ लगा स्कूल कॉलेज करा समस्त हित कर ये कर सारा पर आपणकर अनेक गुण रे बढ़ीज जो कि यहाँ आपणकर स्वर्ग रे डिपोजिट हम बुझिपारे कि नहीं तेणु यही आम भितर समस्त दान धर्म विषय अच्छी है किंतु ये जो सामंत बाबू ये कथा कर आम भितर से जाग्रत हापी ना आम आम भितर बुद्धि अच्छी अन्य को साहाय्य कर अन्य साहाय्य अर्थ होची कीट पतंग गछ पत्र समस्त आप करेंगे ये खाइले ना खाली मनुष्य को पानी देवा आमर आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जमी प्रथम आसिक कहले जे स्वच्छ भारत स्वच्छ अभियान कले सीटा गोटे बहुत बड़ा सृष्टि आम समस्त माने धर्म करने जाति धर्म ये सब किसी ना से राम राज्य रे देवता ऋषि गछ पत कीट पतंग समस्त मंगल कराला ये नहीं कि खाली मनुष्य मानकर तेणु आमे देवता वायु को देवता कहीचे जल को देवता कहीचे अग्नि को देवता कहीचे ये सब कीर्तन हवन द्वारा से माने संतोष हमें तार जीव जगत समस्त मंगल हुए एमती तो अनेक कथा अच्छी आम ऋषि मैंने वृत्रासुर को मारिया हाड़ भी दे देते नहीं कि दधीचि ऋषि राजा हरिश्चंद्र भाया बड़ा दानी आपण कहीं नहांती वर्तमान रे नहीं कि राजा हरिश्चंद्र हूँ राजा दिलीप हूँ राजा जेकोसी राजा आसचंती रघुनाथ राजा रघु हूँ ये सब किछि दान दे देते एड़े एड़े राजा सब जगुआली हिले नहीं कि तेणु आम भितर सब भाव अच्छी जमती गोटे खटा विषय आम आलोचना करा आम पार्टी खटा लाल बाहर जदि किसी पाथेटिक दृश्य देखा आमर इमोशनाल भाव हो दुखी हो आम भितर सब सेल से भरकर आक्टिव हो तेणु आम भितर समस्त को साहाय्य करने ये बुद्धि अच्छी गोटे महाभारतर कथा कहि छोटियाटे मत 5 मिनट दिहाजी तथापि क्षमा मागुची महाभारत रे श्री युधिष्ठिर महाराज थिले धर्मराज आपण भी शुणिथिबे कर्ण महारथी कौरवमान पक्षर थिले किंतु भगवान समय समय एमती गोटे कार्य करती कर्णकर प्रशंसा करने बाध्य होती नहीं कि जो भगवान श्रीकृष्ण विराजमान अच्छा 33 कोटी देवता से विराजमान अच्छा हनुमान विराजमान अच्छा झंडारे श्री कर्ण महाराज महारथी एमती गोटे सर मारज जे पछू घुचे दियंती 5 एक हाथ पछुक घुची जाए भगवान जहाँ विद्यमान थे महारथी जहाँ अर्जुन विद्यमान थे ताहले कर्ण को मध्य प्रशंसा करती महाप्रभुंकर रथ किए घुसेबार क्षमता नहीं किंतु कर्ण हटई दूसरे पछुक यही समय महादानी कर्ण कथा भी आप शुणिथिबे महादानी बलि कथा शुणिथिबे सबकिछि त्याग देदेले थरे ये चतुर्मास्या पड़ा चतुर्मास्या आप जानते आग काल वर्षा झड़ी लगे जे खावा पीवा गोरु गाई मन बाहर बाहर पारे एत कष्ट आजिकल तो से झड़ी ना बर्तमान खाली माने साइक्लोन हो खाली नहीं कि तो चतुर्मास्या साधु महात्मा एक जगह रहती भगवान भक्तर भी प्रशंसा करती समय समय युधिष्ठिर महाराज को किसी मुनि ऋषि मैंने गले जे आमको किसी लकड़ीर व्यवस्था हो जे आम हवन करूँ युधिष्ठिर महाराज किसी समय नेले जे मत किसी समय दियो वर्षा दिने एत लकड़ी आसवा कष्ट कल ठीक अच्छी आम आसु ये सब भगवान श्रीकृष्ण ही करे सी गले महारथी कर्ण को पाखु कर्ण को कहले जे आम ऋषि मन आसीचु किसी हवन करने चतुर्मास्या आमको लकड़ीर असुविधा अच्छी तेणु आमको किसी व्यवस्था कर श्री कर्ण महाराज जो थिले सेठी पर धनु को खींचले जो राजा महाराजा बड़ा बड़ा अट्टालिका जो चंदन काठी तीराही द्वारा मंद फाटक से झड़ी लगेले से सुखा काठ व्यवस्था हो गला सी कहले अरे महाराज ऐसा क्यों आपने किया कि इतने मूल्यवान अरे एक बार ब्राह्मण चला जाएगा तो आओ फिर हम तो बना सकते हैं और फाटक और लकड़ी में जो कुछ होगा लेकिन ऐसी तुरंत इस वक्त ही हमको देने को है ये प्रकार कर्ण महाराज मध्य दानी थिले तापर तो आप जानते जानुचती पछे इंद्र को तांकर कवच देदेले मृत्यु हम निश्चित भावे नहीं कि तेणु शोधन धन्य प्रथम गति जाके आम हसेवा क्या जो कि सामंत कहते क्या हसेवा क्या कलम टिके देवा क्या सुविधा कर पानी भी दे पारिबा कौन सी प्रकार भी साहस करे कीट पतंग समस्त ये धर्म जाति धर्म निर्विशेष सारा विश्व रे ये प्रकार चली जे सारा विश्व ये प्रकार बदान्य व्यक्ति अच्छा तेणु चली आम पोशाक पिंधु लोक को देखा गोटे आम बाबाजी तिला कलकटी सामंत बाबू पैंट सार्ट पिंधे से कोई साधु ठू कोई कम नहीं हुए नहीं कि जो कि सारे विश्व रे ये प्रकार आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग सारा विश्व रे 200 कंट्री चली तेणु तांकुठु आमे शिखिबा से आम प्रेरणादायी आउ से गोटे उदाहरण स्वरूप विश्व हूँ मुझे जगन्नाथ पाखे ये कामना करुच्ची सी दीर्घायु हूँ और स्वस्थ रहू आमे माने सारे विश्व रे जो कि 1 लाख 1.5 लाख लोकंर राति पाइले भोजन व्यवस्था तक भितर करमती कहले आमे कौटू आणुने परमात्मा दे ये वर्षा हूँ सूर्य प्रकाश जो वायु जल ये किए दे पारिबो कि परमात्मा सब दे सारी दाता एक राम सारी दुनिया भिकारी कि आम भितर से भाव हेबा दरकार परस्पर को प्रेम हेबा दरकार ये घृण्य भाव उचित न जाति धर्म पंथ समस्त आवश्यक अच्छे आम प्रेम करिया प्रेम हूँ एमती जिनस जे समस्त मुहर हस आसवा तक एबे एबे कहवा कथा नहीं सामंत महोदय मत डाकथिले किस को छोटे छोटे बालक तांकर जो आदिवासी बेसरे नृत्य करुच्ची आम हाथ धरिकी सी जो अमायक हस मुह को देखुले मत रात विचलित कला मुझे आम तो किसी तो साहाय्य करें पिलांकर हस माध्यम भगवान प्रार्थना करवा जे तांकर भगवान सब दौरान नहीं कि समस्त मंगल हो तेणु मु आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग आउ एड बड़ अनुष्ठान को 5 मिनट कहू टी अधिका है क्षमा करेंगे तेणु मत बहुत प्रसन्न लगिला कि आज आपण मान माध्यम भी दर्शन है आउ ये कहीकि मो वक्तव्य व्यक्त करुच्ची सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु माँ कश्चित् दुःख भाग भवेत् ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम।
Thank you, Maharaji, for your auspicious words. Now, may I request Shri Bishnupada Sethi, IAS, Principal Secretary, Higher Education, Government of Orissa, to release the Art of Giving course.
गोटाए दुटा फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटी आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग रो कोर्स चलची पढ़ा होची पूरा आम मैंने ए जोटा होची गोटे 6 वीक्स सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स आर्ट ऑफ गिविंग उपरे आम आज लॉन्च कलु ताकू बर्तमान पढ़ा हबो जुलाई मासरो।
It will be soon available in the Art of Giving website.
Now, I request Shri Vishnupada Shetty, IAS, Principal Secretary, Higher Education, Government of Odisha, to kindly address the August gathering. Sir, please.
Thank you. Most respected Sri R. Balakrishnan, Chief Guest of the occasion, Honorable Sri Achyut Samant, Member of Parliament, Founder of Art of Giving, Kit and Kiss Institutions, Baba Ram Narayan Das Maharaj Ji, and the distinguished guests who are present today evening. A good evening to all of you. In fact, I consider myself to be very privileged to be present on the occasion of the celebration of 10th year of the movement on art of giving being championed by Dr. Achyut Samant. What is another great satisfaction is to see Sri R. Balakrishnan sir present today. He is a distinguished civil servant of the country, and he has been someone who has been inspiring the civil servants of the country for more than 3 decades. And he is a person who often would say that I am not a religious person. And such a statement can come from someone who has very deep convictions. And I believe that the conviction is the spiritual foundation of that man. We are the ones who have seen him very closely, who have seen his work in tribal districts of Navrangpur and several other places. And we are fortunate that Odisha had a civil servant like R. Balakrishnan. If ever somebody attempts to write a book, you would often know that the civil servants
work behind, but many of them do so much great work silently, and they are not known in posterity. But if someone attempts to write the work of Sri R. Balakrishnan, his contribution to Odisha, how compassionate he had been in several districts that he had worked for, and thereafter, I think there will be volumes of books written on his work. Sir, we are very fortunate that you are present on this occasion. I am extremely happy that Dr. Achyut Samant had been steering a movement called Art of Giving, which I was not so familiar with unless I saw the statistics little late. I had opportunity to visit KISS and KIT organization few times. What was amazing for me is to see the confident children, I think 40,000 in number in KISS. And these children are drawn from tribal districts where we had worked. And I know how difficult it is to run an organization and you don't charge anything. It's almost free of cost for all the children, 40,000 in number, such a big number. I remember in the year 2001 when I was collector of Nuapada, in one of the visits to the drought affected areas, I found that the mentally challenged children are chained because there is no one to take care of them because the parents have migrated to other place of the country in search of work. There was terrible drought, and I found that in blocks of Nuapada, Komna and many other places, the number of such children were quite a number. We thought, when I returned back, I thought that I must start a residential school for the mentally challenged children. I came across one social worker. Now he is an honorable minister in Odisha's government, Raju Dholkia. We sat together, we thought that we will start a residential school because if this is the condition of the children, I think they are not going to survive for a few more days. And those days, Food for Work program was going on, and we sold those gunny bags, and we collected some 6 lakhs rupees, and we started a school. And I knew that there could be problem in future once I leave the district. So I put that school under the district Red Cross, where the collector would be chairman. So if I leave the district, there will be someone who will be taking care of the children. And I knew for 4 or 5 years, even after I left the district, it was very difficult to take care of those 60, 70 children in that school. So and that institution today is one of the best in the country, this Biju Patnaik School for the Mentally Retarded School in Nuapada. What I wanted to say is not what I did. I wanted to say that if there was such great difficulty for me to take care of 60, 70 children, what a great efforts that must have been made behind to take care of 40,000 number of children. I think instead of diverting his attention to taking care of 40,000 tribal children, had he invested his time and energy on some other work, he could have earned tons of money. So I think his personality lies in these issues. I think he has grown, and like the Art of Joy, the institution has become a giant tree. He also has become a giant tree, and I'm sure his contribution has been recognized by now, and for time to come, this Art of Giving organization will grow, and as you see, the celebration is happening all over the state, all over the country, and around the globe. I think it will become a solid movement because he believes that the happiness needs to be shared, and he personally has experienced what a kind of energy that exchange takes place between the giver and receiver. I think if you feel that vibe or the energy exchange between the giver and receiver, I'm sure there will be a kind of a fulfillment in your life. And in the modern society, that we need a lot of volunteers because this is a complex society, and these are no more agrarian rural society where there will be community. There is a need of lot of volunteers. For example, Odisha government is also promoting a large number of volunteerism, large number of volunteers. Like to take care of road accident cases, Honorable Chief Minister has launched a program called Rakshaks. 40,000 volunteers, 30,000 volunteers are being picked up. They are being trained and organized in a kind of a group so that when there is an accident in the neighborhood of a highway, I think the volunteers should rush. So there are several efforts being made to promote volunteerism and to promote the youth for such kind of action which the society needs. There are examples of many such things which has happened in the past. In the aftermath of super cyclone, I think Balkrishna sir knows that with the efforts of volunteers, one concept was experimented called Mamta Gruha. There are orphans, there are widows, and there are aged people, there are disabled people. These peoples in the aftermath of super cyclone in 99 were kept in a kind of a house or a home which was called Mamta Gruha. I think it earned a lot of accolade because of the spirit of volunteerism, because of the community spirit that was shown in such kind of an efforts. So I see from the video that a lot of work is being done by the volunteers all around the globe, and particularly the work during Corona has been really commendable by Sri Achyuta Samant and his group of people. At the time of Corona, this is my personal confusion, that I was wondering that when people are not sure of their life, like I was wondering why not all the scientists of the world come together and whatever patent that might have been discovered as first patent, why was it not used for the mankind? So imagine if a group of scientists in US or UK discovered a virus, why the seed was not distributed all over free of cost? I think there is a lot of humanizing of the society that is needed. I think the giving joy kind of promoted him to adopt this. Like he also said that he is someone who loved his mother so much. I think in a year he celebrated the art of giving in association with all the mothers of the world. I think like this, when as a child, I used to sit down near my mother and I used to listen to many of the stories of Mahabharata. And one story which fascinated me all the time was who was the greatest giver of the world. And no other than Lord Krishna himself has admitted or said in Mahabharata that it was it was Karna, which Babaji said. He was the greatest giver. I think one story I would just narrate for the kind of entertainment and for learning for you is that on the 17th day of the Mahabharata war, I think the war had been over, the Karna had been defeated, and the evening was descending, and at that time the Lord Krishna was sitting with Pandavas and he was muttering. He said that the world lost the greatest giver. I think Yudhishthira did not mind about such a comment because he never felt good about, great about such things and all that, while Arjuna was irritated. And looking at the irritation of Arjuna, Lord Krishna took him to the battlefield and he said that come and see what Karna must be. I would like to take you to Karna to explain you why he was the greatest giver. And Arjuna said that he is dead. He said no, there is still a thread of life in Karna. So while they went near Karna, so Lord Krishna advised Arjuna to stay back, and while he advanced near Karna, he turned into an old Brahmin and he shouted that, "Oh Karna, where are you, the great benefactor? I need a help." That time the Karna was subconscious. However, hearing such a loud noise, and he got up and he said, "Oh brother, who are you and what do you need? Then the old Brahmin said that I need some gold from you. Then Karna said, go to my house, take my name, and my wife will give you gold and lot of wealth. Then this old Brahmin was not happy, and he said that, no, I cannot, you cannot, send me hither and thither, you must give me the gold. Then Karna remembered that his, teeth were gold plated. And he said that, okay, you pick up the teeth which is gold plated, that is with me. Then the old Brahmin said, no, I cannot pick it up. It will be a kind of a sin. You have to give it to myself. Then Karna hit his, face against a stone, and the teeth was broken. Then the old Brahmin, then he asked the old Brahmin to take it from his mouth. Then again he said that, no, I cannot take it because it is still having blood. Then he said, Karna looked around, looked for a sharp weapon, and he tried to clean that, teeth, and he offered it to the old Brahmin. He was still not happy. He said, no, it is still not clean. Then he struggled, and he went near his bow, and with his head he shoot an arrow. There was a Baruna Astra which they said he uttered, and there was a rain, and that the teeth was washed, and then he took a lot of pain to go near the old Brahmin and handed over the teeth to him. Then Lord Krishna went near Karna and revealed himself. And he revealed his own self. And Karna knew the identity of Krishna, and he asked for a boon. And Karna said, the very fact that you are near me when my death has approached, I think that is the great thing that I have. And he breathed his last on the feet of Lord Krishna. The fact is that when Karna was giving all the time in his life, he was never valuing what he was giving. He just gave it for the sake of pure joy. And I think, that is the fundamental, the spirit which is there in the art of giving. When you give, we don't assess what I gave, what great name that I am earning, or what great fame in earning. I think that is the spirit which is, promoting the art of giving, kind of an organization and the movement in the country. I have nothing more to say. I must congratulate Dr. Achyut Samant, all his team members for promoting such a great movement. And I'm sure, unlike the Western world where you say that you help me, I help you, but there is a fundamental difference in our spiritualization as to why we help others. We just do it because I think this is what is needed for the sustenance of the society, for the betterment of the mankind. So with this, I wish best of luck to the Art of Giving organization, and thank Dr. Samant for having invited me. Thank you so much. Bande Utkal Janani.
Thank you very much, sir. May I please request Shri R. Balkrishnan, IAS, Chief Advisor to the Chief Minister, Orissa, to kindly release the Art of Giving magazine. Can we please have a big round of applause?
Now I request Dr. Achyuta Samanta sir, founder, Art of Giving Kit and Kiss, to felicitate the chief guest for the evening, Shri R. Balkrishnan, IAS, Chief Advisor to the Chief Minister, Odisha, with a token of love and appreciation. We would like to felicitate Shri Vishnupada Shetty, IAS, Principal Secretary, Higher Education, Government of Odisha, Now, we would like to felicitate Baba Ram Narayan Das Maharaj Ji, President, Sri Ram Temple, Bhubaneswar.
With great honor and pride, we would now like to felicitate the 6 Art of Giving heroes for voluntary services to the society. First of all, I would like to invite Dr. Shankar Ramchandani, famously known as 1 Rupee Doctor, on stage. Thank you very much. Now may I request Srimati Abharani Chaudhary, Secretary, Odisha Patita Udhara Samiti. She is a social activist. Can we please have a big round of applause for these amazing heroes? Thank you very much, ma'am. Now may I request Ms. Ranjita Rath on the dais, please. She is a multipurpose health supervisor. Let's have a big round of applause for her contribution to the society. Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Srimati Sheelabati Pradhan on the dais. She is an ASHA worker. Thank you, ma'am, for your dedication. May I now request Mr. Amarnath Mahanta. He is a dedicated ambulance driver. Can we have a bigger round of applause for our true heroes? May I now request Mr. Firoz Mohammed. He is a humble traffic police.
Thank you. May I please request Sri R. Balkrishnan, Sir, IS, Chief Advisor to the Chief Minister, Odisha, to kindly address the gathering. Sir, please.
शुभ संध्या आपण समस्त को नमस्कार आज मो प्रोग्राम पई मु आसवा नथिला काईकि मो देवबाल नहीं लास्ट 2-3 days आई एम अनवेल आज ऑफिस फेरी असली बट मते टाणी आनिछि ए प्रोग्राम रो टाइटल ए मते इनविटेशन देबा पई मु ऑफिस रे नथिली मते देखा पर कोरि पर नथिले आई गॉट माय इनविटेशन yesterday at my home. Then I was going through the subject, what is art of giving? As Mr. Samantha pointed out, that I am working here 38 years, but there are many things which I don't know. Because my nature is that my work, once I go back home, my research. Then I don't have much of other contact and what is happening, other than my work and other my research. So this art of giving, really let me admit that I was not aware. Then the moment I saw that what is the title Art of Giving, so something else came to my mind. Okay, the Art of Giving looks attracted. I was trying to read it. Then after tik asla pore mu pacharli, we were having a cup of coffee. Then again I asked where it started, kebe emti surula, kemti arambagala. But I'll tell you the write-up given to me, nowhere it has been mentioned that it is the discovery of Achyut Samantha, this is the work of him, nowhere it is written. It is just put that I was trying to find out how it started. And he also mentioned that I have not done anything, there is no contribution, people are doing for themselves. Let me tell you, the art of giving is nothing but the heart of giving. Art of giving is nothing but the heart of giving. Because When we came here, we came with the empty hand. When you go from here, we will go with the empty hand. Asila walako kicha asine nahi gas natile. Gola boliki bi there is nothing we are going to take. But in the process, if you really look at it, I start why this art of giving is very important for individual, for a family, for a society, for a country, for the world. I will start what we saw in front of our own eyes during Corona. Okay? केते लोक को आमे सुपर साइक्लोन विषय कहबू आपण माने बहुत लोक जानिथिबे बट द यंगर जनरेशन मे नॉट इवन नो दैट व्हाट वाज सुपर साइक्लोन मु जाई करे आज गोटे पिला को कहबे गोटे युवक पिला को कॉलेज रे अछि आपण माने खुशी हेबा कथा आपण माने आमे आज काली बोकरे मरु नै सब वी आर नॉट डाइंग ऑफ हंगर यू फील हैप्पी आई कैन नॉट टेल बिकॉज़ ही बिलोंग्स टू अ जनरेशन व्हिच ही हैज नॉट हर्ड अबाउट दैट. But we have witnessed it, you have witnessed it. But we all of us have seen the Corona just 2 years back, 1 year back in the TV. I was writing in one of my serial, sometime in 2020, May. It's like a hot summer like this. Yeah, you know concrete mixer? A concrete mixer at a building, a concrete mixing, a machine, a rolling korikiri jao. So one mission was stopped at Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh. Police cover paile se loko se machine mixer bithre travel koriki ashundi. Court ashundi, they are coming from Mumbai. Koti jauchandi, they are going to Uttar Pradesh. Majire cover paigri Ujjain, they were stopped. Then the police is asking ke kol diyo. Then machine was opened. Pray kudi loko. 20 people coming out one by one from that machine, which is around 44-45 degrees C. That was the day temperature. Then the policeman was so much surprised that there is one Manoj Kumar Yadav. He is asking that Yadav, Manoj Kumar Yadav, how could you travel in this concrete mixer at the 43-44 degrees C, this many people? He said, yes, very hot, very difficult. But this is not hotter than hunger. He said, it is not hotter than hunger. Mu kaiba ke kichina Mumbai re, mu jadi maru jibi mu gara jaikiri maru. I am going. Imagine, this is what desperation. Mind it, in the television, what we saw in 2020. How many lakhs of people were walking in the highways of India? 12 people were killed by train while walking on track in Maharashtra. The roti was thrown. And then, imagine, there was a time where we were feeling guilt about having a full meal at home. TV re dekla vodako loko chali ki jauchandi. You have a guilt in taking food. At that time, somebody gave, somebody witnessed TV, somebody was busy in Netflix. The society, you can see that holding a mirror for yourself. What you did during that Corona time. No country can feel proud that out of the world richest people, soyaloko mo country ro chandi. That is not the happiness. The happiness is basically giving. Had we not, that's what makes us happy. Because I am working here. I retired 2018 and again I was called back and I am working here. You know what is the happiness about it? The happiness is the fact that nobody walked in the street of Orissa. Nobody walked in the highways of Orissa. That is the happiness. No one. No one. And we were picking them up at the border of Orissa. Orissa border. From Andhra to Orissa, Telangana to Orissa, Jharkhand to Orissa, Chhattisgarh to Orissa. Whether he goes to Chhattisgarh or Jharkhand or Bengal, we were picking them and dropping in their border, giving them food. Nobody was allowed. In normal course, Odisha migrant labor Bartman Jiba Siva Kurchanti. Are we going to the Kurda railway station and receiving them with red carpet? During that period, we received them. Our IAS officers received them in the railway station with red carpet, with balloon. We put them in bus and sent them home. So that is the time we do not know whether this situation will continue for 1 year or 2 years, 3 years. So ultimately, this art of giving is about addressing. It stems not from I never take the art of giving as a matter connected with religion. It's not a matter connected with the spirituality. It is a matter connected with the fairness. There is a theory about the justice. What is justice? The theory of Rawls and theory of Amartya Sen. Justice is a fairness. Justice is a fairness. And the biggest form, the excellent form of justice is a distributive justice. Distributive justice. You know Fakir Megon Senapati's novel, which he wrote about the greatest drought and the famine. We have translated that novel into many languages. And then Bengal famine, 1940s. People were dying in the million. Lakhs of people were dying. The death was not counted. It was counted, you know that there is something called Anavari. Per square kilometer, how many dead bodies? That was a calculation. But when such a deaths were taking place, the food material was available in Paradip. But there is nobody to give an order to unload from the ship and distribute to the people. It is ultimately distributive justice. That is what Amartya Sen says. When somebody is starving, if there is a famine, it is not about the non-availability of the grain, it is about the access to the grain. That means there is a difference between availability of the grain and the accessibility to grain. So ultimately, the art of giving is about the distributive justice. That is what I feel. You have to, then imagine, this is, if it happens, giving heart is nothing to do with whether you are born rich or whether you are born in a middle class, whether you are born as a poor. Mr. Samantha was telling that he was born with need in a poor family. He himself was in the receiving end. Today he is giving. He is mobilizing a kind of public movement. But then it is not necessarily one person has to be born as a crorepati and then he will give it. That is not about. So I am a student of Tamil literature. I can only quote from the ancient text what it says. In one of the texts it says, first it considers hunger as a disease. You have to treat hunger as a disease. So disease means, what do? You give a treatment. That means you give a medicine. What is the medicine for the hunger as a disease? Food is the medicine. If you give medicine, the food as a medicine, the hunger goes. Then in Sangam literature, one small, like our Gadijat Balya, Amara Odisari Gadijat Telena, not very big Chakravarti or big king, Chota area ro, that means district Balya Jahare, that means there is a small king. He is the poetry written by the big king. And the smaller leader, he says that he calls him as the doctor of hunger disease. Pasipini Marutuvan. In Tamil, if I to translate into Odia, it is a doctor. The Rogatila, Kaivak Natiba. Bokkoro Rogopai, Ausada Daba doctor. That Ausadatila made food. So this is respected by a king for a small person. So ultimately, the person who is giving, whether born rich or born poor, the fact that he is giving, wanting to give is a biggest achievement. That is the ultimately, this is what called materialistic theory, idealistic theory. When you really look at it, a person realizes himself as a social being. You are a member of a society. And another thing, social consciousness. That social consciousness means you feel guilt when somebody is suffering. So that particular guilt makes you to do that. If you are thinking that if I do like this, I will go to heaven. If I do this one, I will get a good karma. In my view, that is only it's a kind of mercantile kind of giving. There is a type of giving for the sake of giving. Giving for the sake of giving, for the happiness of giving, that is what called art of giving, and that is what called heart of giving. That heart of giving, it is a lesson I have learned. And I have been to KIT, and let me tell you, I travel all over the country, I travel many other places. People who speak about Orissa, then they check up, they tell, many of them they mention about KIT. They always tell me, no, he is far well known within the country, outside the country. One individual, he has made this possible. I have been to 15 years, I think 15, 17 years, I once went to give a talk in the university. After that, I have not gone. But one day I will go. Some major government program by I go and come back. But then I will really feel proud that this institution has come up in Orissa. and it has also made a huge international name. So ultimately, if you look at the individuals like him, even Subrat Bachi sir, what he gave to the society, again first generation, mind it is a first generation. He was an assistant in our own secretariat, then grew up, and from the Manisha Hikri, America Jaikri, Ferry Askiri, what he has done to the cancer treatment. So like this individual, the world is a good place because of the individuals who have got a art and heart of giving. Because of them, the world is actually revolving. There is a web of ethics. Ethic has to be viable. Ude loko ethics koribe mu bala loko heikri say bala loko heikri, then ultimately he suffers. Mean some others fellow tell no, you always say that you have to be ethicful, but he is suffering. But being ethic, but he is not suffering. That will give a kind of encouragement to others to be good. That means he has not suffered. He has grown. He has become well known. So his ethics made him only good. So like that, one ethic is supporting another ethic. In what way? Small way, big way. That's what I am telling you. Be honest with you. I am not well. And then I have been brought here with the Tani Asila, the title. What is that? Art of giving. Then I decided that I will attend this program. Then in fact, I promised that I will came to Ponchibi. Today we only came to office. I am so happy to have attended this program. Look at the people. Look at the people, the Asa Karmi. Look at the person who is working for the people who are in the jail and their family. Look at the people who are the ambulance driver, the traffic police. During this corona, you won't believe it. The relatives are not willing to take the dead body. The policeman was standing on the street. Asa Karmis were working. The nurses were working. Look at them. And they were taking huge risk. And then we are the only government, let me tell you, 50 lakhs ensuring it. And we didn't know. Nobody, we didn't have medicine also. We didn't have kind of vaccine. We don't have idea whether it's 2 years, 3 years. We all stood and sang Vande Utkal Janani. We thought that there is a collective energy which will come by singing Vande Utkal Janani. We didn't know what to do. So that means, luckily, we all happily today, we are looking back that we did a good job. So that way, I am very, very happy that I could facilitate, be part of this celebration of celebrating an ambulance driver, a traffic police. Somebody has done some good work for the jailers, an Asa Karmi. These are the people who make the society a better society. These are the people who make the world a better place to live. Thank you very much for this invitation. I am very happy to be here. Thank you very much.
तेणु आमर मान्यवर समस्त अतिथि मानक कृतज्ञता जनाऊँगी से मैंने एत समय देले आपण मैंने समस्त को मु बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कृतज्ञता जनाऊँगी आपण मैंने आम मानक एत समय आज संध्यारे देइचंती तेणु भगवान मंगल करंतु आपण मैंने समस्ते एटी टी स्नैक्स नहीं कि जीवे एटा आमर विशेष अनुरोध धन्यवाद नमस्कार मीटिंग सरला।